Al, what is this? Windows Daily number 287, where myself and the people in the chat room stand ready to answer your questions that come to me by email at this address, or as a comment on any of my videos, or in the chat room during a live show. We do a live show Monday through Friday, starting at the same time, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Once in a while I skip, like yesterday I skipped a day. And then on Saturday, a 2-hour live show with a Zoom session and connecting remotely to people's computers if that's needed to help with whatever's going on. And that show usually lasts a couple of hours. Now, for today, it is 9 o'clock a.m. on September 8th, 2023, on a Friday morning. And yikes, I've got over here 12 emails flagged for today. They didn't all come in for today. You can see some dates back here, September 4th. I'm not going to read through all of them. Some of them have quite a bit of text, and some of them I can just tell you the end result. Aiden Standing was having the problem with the laptop with the Ethernet port. He did get that fixed. He did get that solved, and I'm going to go ahead and give the end result solution of that. It was one of the things that we were speculating that could be the source of the trouble, and he shows us a video where he demonstrates discovering the problem, and it turned out to be a flaky Ethernet port on the laptop. When he plugged it in multiple times, sometimes it does connect. Now, what I haven't heard from him yet, and I don't think it's included in any of these emails, I got like 5 of them, and there's quite a lot of text, and I'm a little bit behind, so I haven't, I'm not sure that I've read through everything or not. But what I would like to know is, have you taken a magnifying glass and a flashlight and really looked inside that port to see if there's some foreign material in there that might be shorting across a couple of pins that you can clean out? If not, then the next step that could be taken with that, and I don't know if you're interested, is to replace the Ethernet port. It seems to me that this was a computer that's no longer used, maybe by his sister. But even if you're not interested in replacing it, I would like to have the model number of that computer and the serial number of that computer, and we can go look up the cost of the part, where to order it from, the instructions for replacing it, even if you're not interested in replacing it. Another alternative, if that computer needs a reliable Ethernet port, is of course just use a USB Ethernet adapter, where you plug into a USB port and can plug the Ethernet cord into that adapter to have an Ethernet connection. But so that mystery is solved. It is a intermittent connection on that Ethernet port on the laptop. You know what? I never did check to see if I have audio, but nobody's complaining in chat about audio, so I'll go ahead and check it anyway. Yep, there it is. That's working. Then let's see. So that is all of Aiden's communications here has to do with the laptop with the bad port. No, there's another one with a display problem. And that one we might want to dig into a little bit more. That's not solved yet. I think we already talked about it on one show. That was, let's see, that email came in yesterday. Oh, that's right. Yes, he has taken it apart, and he gives us some pictures of the inside of it. Before I go on to that, let's look at Tim Cruz here. He's known in the chat room as Official Tim Tech. These are emails about his replacement laptop. A few weeks ago, we had him on during a Saturday show, and we helped do a warranty repair claim for his laptop. He shipped it in. They've fixed, I think, the original problem, which was a spinning hard drive that was defective, but then they found a case crack. And so they were trying to replace the case, and that took too long, and they recontacted him and said, hey, look, this is taking too long. We want to just send you another laptop. He has received that replacement laptop. These emails were in regards to the replacement laptop, and I think he's told us in chat already this morning that that is working really well, and he's enjoying that replacement computer. Then here I have an email that I only saw this morning and flagged it about YouTube making changes later this year regarding updating ad controls in YouTube. I read through that kind of quickly this morning. It looks to me like what they're doing, which is no surprise to anybody, is they're pitching this to us as something that is helpful to us as content creators, but it's probably going to be wind up being a nuisance because it looks to me like they're taking away some of the controls that I have as a content creator as far as when ads are displayed. And they looks like they're going to be displaying ads even during live streams according to what they think is going to bring more revenue to the content creator. And they show that their studies showed like 5% more money to the content creator with less than 1% of viewer dissatisfaction. I don't know. This smells like a disaster. Then here's, let's see, that's the failed display for Aiden. And I think we may dig into that more on the Saturday show. And then here's Patricia Kennedy, is Timothy Cruz's girlfriend. Again, Timothy Cruz is official Tim Tech in the chat. And she's asking if I can help with her computer because it is slow. And I'm not going to display her email address. She says, "Hey, Doug, my name is Patricia. I am Timothy Cruz's girlfriend. I was wondering if you can fix my laptop on live. It is slow." Now, this is the first communication that I've had from Patricia. I haven't seen her in chat. I kind of knew this was coming because I think it was Bobby Warren mentioned it. So I have no idea whether Patricia is willing to come in on Zoom. That'd be preferable if she could come in on Zoom, at least with voice, and preferably with camera. If she's not going to come in, it makes it a little bit difficult to deal with. We're going to want to connect remotely to her computer, and I think this will be a potential for tomorrow. But the main thing that I need, and if I'm only going to hear from Patricia by email, then please guide her to my questions right here. What do you mean that it is slow? So here's some multiple choice. When you click the Windows button in the bottom left corner of the screen, is it slow for that menu to appear? When you move the mouse on the desktop, is it slow for the arrow to move around on the screen? When you go into a word processing document and you type letters, does it take a long time for the letters to show up on the screen? When you launch a program, does it take a long time for the program to launch? When you type in a website address that you want to go to, does it take a long time to get to that website address? So there's lots of things that a computer is slow could mean. Maybe it's when you turn it on. It takes a long time to start up. Sometimes people don't realize when I ask them, what do you mean it's slow? When is it slow? And they say, everywhere, everything. So then I start asking them questions like the mouse and the Windows button. And, oh, no, it's not slow there. Okay, I need to know specifics. It's very helpful if I know specifics. If we even have to go to the point that I get remote connection and never have a conversation with her, not the best thing, but we could go ahead and check over some basic things. So we'll be checking to see the storage, the condition of the storage media. We'll be checking background programs that are running, startup items. We're going to be checking what CPU it has. We'll be grabbing the serial number of the computer, look up some information about that. So those are the things that we'd be doing for basics. But if we don't know what is slow, we're severely handicapped. There's other things that we'll be checking on too if we wind up doing that. So those are my questions to Patricia. And the thing I'd most like to have is for her to be in on Zoom on Saturday, that we can have that conversation. So we have a two-way conversation. Now, we did have tomorrow set up as a tentative for Aiden Standing's Ethernet problem, but that's been solved. Well, I guess we could have conversation tomorrow with Aiden Standing about examining that Ethernet port physically. Yeah, you can take a magnifying glass, a flashlight, or a cell phone camera, get pointed real close to that Ethernet port. When you're taking a picture of an Ethernet port, hang on a moment. Taking a picture of an Ethernet port, typically it's kind of in shadow and the area around it is light. So, like with the cell phone, if you point your cell phone to it and then touch the screen right where the Ethernet port is, hold your finger on that portion of the screen, it should force a manual focus, manual exposure to that dark area on the screen so that you can see better what is what's inside that port. Now, is there anything else? Okay, that kind of briefly covers 12 emails that I've got lined up for today. I'm going to go look at the chat room. I'm not sure. We might be coming back to this display issue for Aiden. I don't now, Tim, if there's anything in those emails I need to particularly point out, let me know because I think I've covered that well enough. Now, oops, actually before chat, I got to cover a couple channel comments. From Dennis, 2 days ago, I have 2 Windows 11 Pro machines and at least 1 active Windows 11 home machine. Task managers are identical as far as I know. It is impressive for both Dennis and I to know what AFAIK means. We both claim to not recognize acronyms very well, but we know that one. We can follow up if I remember to leave my home edition PC turned on. I use that home edition machine to stream Fortnite. We have not heard anything back from that person about what he claims is the difference between Task Manager for Windows Home and Windows Pro. And I believe that was for Windows 10. Then Critical Hilts, in response to the video with Eric, no sound in Steam game Fallout 4 Part 2. Critical Hilts, let's see, let's make this bigger. I had to remind myself which key to press. I almost pressed the wrong keys to zoom it. I have the same problem, but no one has a fix for me. Any other game works fine, but when I get past the intro start, Bethesda logo part, the audio is gone, so audio is fine, but as soon as the game loads, the main menu, it's gone. It does work when I go windowed mode, but then the game becomes more stuttery than playable. So when he's in full screen mode, apparently the game is probably taking over the sound communications, maybe trying to access the hardware directly within that game. So the game engine for this, I believe, is Steam. I have absolutely no awareness of this Bethesda, what that is. Any other game works fine. So I don't know if this person is playing Fallout 4, but I'm guessing that is the issue. I'd be looking to do Google searches for Fallout 4 sound problems. When you're in windowed mode, I suspect that Windows is handling the communications with your sound card. When you're in full screen mode, then that's the responsibility of the game. So things like, just have you tried uninstalling and reinstalling the game? Have you made changes to your sound hardware since you installed the game? That would certainly be cause to suspect uninstall and reinstall might fix it. There might be some option for doing a clean uninstall of the game and Steam so that all elements get uninstalled, because some programs, when you uninstall them, they don't fully uninstall. So you need to do a clean uninstall to uninstall all elements of the game. If you have the resources to, for instance, take out your your storage media, your hard drive, your SSD, whatever you have, and put in another one temporarily, install Steam, and see if it works from installing Steam on a fresh install of Windows. That would give a clue where the actual source of the trouble is. Of course, settings within the game and within Steam for the sound driver options makes a lot of sense. But you've told us here, Critical Hill Heights, that no one has a fix for me. So you have worked on it for a while. If I would, for us to help you more, what would be ideal is for you to come in on the Saturday show into Zoom, where we can have a conversation back and forth and bounce around some other ideas. Now, I can't promise to you that we're going to fix it or that we're going to know the fix, but I can promise you we got a lot of people in this community that can come up with ideas of what else to do. And if nobody else has found a fix for you, that's the kind of stuff we love doing. That is right up our alley. So the best way for you to do that is send an email to this email address. I'll send you the Zoom credentials. And that show starts at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific time, Pacific Daylight Time. And we do that every Saturday. Okay, so that's all of that. Now, let's go to the chat room and see what is going on. Pop out chat, make the window bigger, zoom in a couple times, scroll up to the top, and wow, there's nobody here in chat. Completely empty chat room. Okay, well, thank you for coming, and that'll be the end of today's show. No, I know, I gotta scroll down for it. When I go to live chat, I don't have that blank area at the top. It was on top chat that I have that. No, I don't have that blank area at the top. I don't know. Robert says, morning, River Roller, LOL. That's a reference to the trailer this morning before the show, which involved a river hike that I went on, and Proud Mary song by Tina Turner. Good morning from Tim. Miss you. Got the new laptop. So slim and sleek and perfect. Amazing. Very fast. Really enjoying it a whole lot, brother. God bless you all especially. Nick Poverman, I was told that humans eat more bananas than monkeys. That is pretty obvious. I don't even remember the last time I ate a monkey. You did get a chuckle out of me when I pre-read that before starting the show. Then I was standing in the park the other day wondering why Frisbees got bigger as they got closer. Then it hit me. Thank you, Nick. I enjoy your humor and your jokes. Keep it up. Greg M. was watching YouTube creators' videos regarding YouTube ad policy changes in November and YouTube flagging channels as having excessive bot traffic and reducing the creator's income by 80% simply because of a spike in views. I'm misunderstanding this. Ad policy changes in November. I'm assuming that means coming up in November. Flagging channels as having excessive bot activity. Does that mean that sounds like a past tense? Sounds like there's a future tense and a past tense. So I'm guessing this means ad policy changes for channels that appear to have excessive bot traffic, reducing a creator's income by 80% simply because of a spike in views. Sounds to me like this must be all speculation about what's going to happen or what might be going to happen. And there's a lot of sky is falling videos. A content creator creates a video about this disastrous thing that's coming up, and they get a lot of views off of that. They're earning money off of that. Doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen. But it might happen. But really what the creator's after is getting views for themselves. So anyway, Seldom Ball with weather report, Lawn Dog, that's a really cool bridge. There are some out and that's referring to the trailer this morning. There are some out in the Idaho wilderness that are pretty high up and cross quite a bit of river. I believe they were used by the logging industry originally, but you got to do some hiking to get to them. This hike was really quite easy. I think it was less than a mile. Jeff Ryman, good morning. Speedy C, hello. Hello, Zavi. Tim likes my shirt. Hello, Sin Vicious. I did see Patricia's email. Greg M, there's also the issue with invalid traffic, aka bot traffic. Yeah, I don't begrudge YouTube as invalidating the bot traffic as far as generating revenue, depending upon how they determine that was bot traffic. Dennis, I'm glad somebody read that YouTube email advertising. Also, don't forget Windows Spotlight. Microsoft is serving photos again. Yes, Dennis told me this morning during our Fortnite live stream that the Windows Spotlight issue that he was having where on Windows 11, the Windows Spotlight for the desktop was not serving up new photos. I think that was for the desktop background. Might have been also for the lock screen. I'm not sure about that. But whatever that was going on is fixed. Seldon Ball, will live streamers be notified when ads are displayed? Yeah. That allow them to pause so that important segments aren't impacted. Yeah, let me go show you. I'll go show you that email. It does not, I don't like the way they said that. Now, this is kind of long. I'm not going to read it all, but when we get down here, what else is changing? Optimized mid-roll breaks. I think it must have been in here. To help creators earn while live streaming. So it's going to affect live streaming. Creators can opt to have YouTube optimize or self-select mid-roll ads to appear at set intervals during a live stream. So what this is saying, we can just leave it up to YouTube, or we can self-select mid-roll ads to appear at set intervals. There's no option here to say don't do it. Advertisements during a live stream, that's just disastrous. Playing the ads during the replay of a live stream, that's fine. But during a live stream, the viewers can miss critical content if you simply don't see that part. But if the ad plays and then you're watching in DVR mode and you can catch up, that'd be a little bit better. Now, here it says before an ad appears in live control room, that's where that live control room is, this place here. Before an ad appears, creators will see a 60-second countdown with the option to skip the ad. Well, that means I have to go look at this. I have to be watching this all the time to see that 60-second notification come up. So I can skip it if I catch it in the live control room. Holy moly, are you kidding me? That's not gonna be fun. Soon we're introducing, oh, bravo us, we are YouTube. Soon we are introducing, oh man, you should get nervous when you hear those words. Soon we're introducing a new delay ads button to delay mid-rolls and live display ads from appearing for 10 minutes. If an ad is skipped or delayed, the Insert Ads button can be used to manually insert a mid-roll at any time. So they're presenting this as we're introducing this new Delay Ads button. I don't need a Delay Ads button now because they're not being forced upon me. Oh, she's listening. Thank you, Tim. Patricia is listening. So she heard my questions. And so, Patricia, I will go ahead and send you an email with the Zoom credentials. And I'm hoping you come in and join us on Zoom tomorrow so that we can have a direct conversation. You can choose whether or not to have your camera turned on, but I'd like to be able to have a voice conversation with you. Long Dog, I was always asked similar questions, Doug, but I quickly moved to tell me about the specs on the computer and how old is it, and did you buy it at Walmart, and how much did it cost? I'm sorry to ask those questions in that way, but so many the people that I do computer repair on, they all buy very inexpensive machines, and you know what that means. And over time, they get problems with performance. I'm not in agreement with you there. I'm not. That's one of the last things I ask about the specs on the computer. If somebody's complaining about a computer being slow, that most commonly is an indication that it used to be faster. If it used to be faster, we can probably get it back to that faster speed. Now, that might require doing a fresh install of Windows, depending upon what is causing the problem. But I'm not interested in the make, model, serial number, where they bought it from, how much it costs. I'm not interested in that yet. I want to go look at the computer because no matter what the answers to those other questions are, I still am likely going to be able to speed it up, depending upon what's going on. You can take an inexpensive computer bought at Walmart and make it perform better than it is currently performing if it has a bunch of junk loading on startup or something in the background that's not working right, or if it's got a storage problem and it simply needs a check disk fix to fix some file allocation problems, or if it's got a defective drive. All of that is totally irrelevant of the price tag of the computer or where they bought it from. So I appreciate your viewpoints on that, Lawn Dog, and perhaps that works for you, but I'm not on the same page. Dennis to Selden, Twitch indicates when ads are running, so YouTube should too, in my humble opinion. Let's see, Twitch indicates when ads are running. Yeah, now I'm not aware that ads have been running during my live stream. So I have had recent reports of some people that are being forced to watch ads at the beginning of my live stream, and those reports only started a couple weeks ago, I think it was. Let's see, that was my reminder to show Ken Stout's link. He's not doing a show this morning. He's traveling, I believe, to Josh Kinder's aunt's house to return the computer to him that he repaired, or his group repaired. Bobby Warren says he sent me an email. I'll see that later. Doug, I'd like to hear comments about what specs you would say machines should be for today's usage, not a gaming computer, but just cruising the internet and word processing and basic computing. It can be very, very low end. I don't have specific. I guess I could say some specifics, but I don't have time for that now. I know it's a tough question, relies a lot on person's perception, what a fast computer is and what a person actually needs. We get this from Carrie Holzman all the time. I'm collecting Fortnite XP. Nuts or fruits, hello. Tim, can't wait. I'm considered a peasant. Well, hello, nuts or fruits. Welcome in. Nuts or fruits. Somehow that vaguely seems familiar, but I don't think I've seen you before on this show. Welcome. Lawn Dog, wow, today's Microsoft Bing wallpaper is pretty fantastic on the big screen. Yeah, wow, it's busy. Here's the wallpaper. Some kind of traffic. Looks like some kind of traffic circle with parking all around it. Huge tree in the middle here. Lots of, I'm kind of thinking, is that like London maybe? I don't know. Lots of people parked around there. Looks like it might be some kind of a park area. Oh, of course it's a park area. That's why cars are parked. Duh. Yeah. Danielle Emberly. Oh, Danielle, nice to see you too. I find I like to hit the value sweet spot for various components to a large degree that will hit the needs of the average consumer with some room for future performance need increases. Bot traffic flagging is happening for a year. Ken's in West Virginia. Let's see. Oh, I got to set up a redirect. This is Friday, so Carrie's show. There's too much for me to catch up on. I will read the rest of those messages after ending the show. Let's go over to, let's see, here, and not in stream yet. I want to, I got to reduce the zoom here so that I can find the edit button, go to customization, because I don't think I've done the redirect yet. I have not. Carrie Holzman, one show, and it is today 1 p.m. There we go. Saving that. To clients, do a C4 tutorial. C4 as in the explosives? C4, what do you mean? I'll give you a chance to clarify what you mean by C4 because I don't recognize that. I'm just scanning over these comments. I saw that word credence. Well, I thought your Credence Clearwater Revival you want me to use on a trailer. I'm not seeing an explanation from Nuts or Fruits what C4 is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut down. There's the email address if you want to send a question. Dennis saying C4 is currently in Fortnite. Yes, as a weapon. And that'll do it. So tomorrow the show is at the normal time, and I wish you all a happy weekend. Ken Stout's in Pennsylvania. And that'll do it for today's show. Goodbye.